Hello and welcome to FuseTV's coverage of the 2014 Rugby Varsity, this year between the Universities of Manchester and Liverpool. And here come out Liverpool. It's Matt Lowes, Sean Ridgway, James Dunn, Andy Manning, Tom Morrissey, Frank Cartwright. I've just got Richardson written here as the open-side flanker, Will Meads, Mark McMahon, Guy Kingsley-Smith, Jake Sheldrake, Tom Milner, Lloyd Delahunty, Matthew Shepherd, Dom Coe, who has taken the point kicks for us tonight. On the bench for them, Mo Mustafa, Will Wadhad, Will Turner, Josh McKenna, Nick Gray, Luke Clifford, Remy Julien and Zayn Manan. University of Liverpool this year stepping in after 14 years of consecutive defeat for the men's team at Manchester Metropolitan. University of Liverpool actually playing the league below University of Manchester in the domestic season, so possibly expecting a win for the University of Manchester, but they won't make it easy for them, the University of Liverpool. They've got some enormous forwards ready to take the fight to them. It's the University of Manchester alongside the mascot from Sale Sharks, who's joined us on this evening. Playing for you tonight are Malaki Jones, Perry Wilson, Fraser Kelly, Dan Staunton, Ian Swall, Ed Matthews, Dale Spratt, Danny Kennedy, Tom Serridge, James Carding, Jamie Ward, Josh Barton, Will Simmons, Ryan Miller and Owen Walden at fullback is taking the kicks for us tonight. On the bench are Tom Mann, Ryan Getley, Adam Saleh, Ollie Beak, Steve Byrne, Jack Smith, Joe Akin-Lowton and Franz Smith. And joining me in the commentary today here are Ed and Ollie. Hello to the two of you.
Good afternoon.
Hi Callum, how you doing?
Not too bad, thanks.
About 4,000 support at the home game for University of Manchester, but only about 200 travelling support for the University of Liverpool. The pressure very much on the home side there then. Some of the stars from last year, Danny Kennedy at number 8 for University of Manchester, made absolute barnstorming runs last year. He's hoping he'll be able to bring that form back this year. And Joe Akin-Lowton, one to watch when he comes on, number 22 tonight. He started on the wing last year in his freshman year. Some absolutely fantastic footwork from him. Looks like we're all just about ready to get started.
Liverpool get us underway with a long kick. Fielded in on the flanks. Early pressure from the 10-metre line from the University of Manchester. And it's out for a high bomb from Carding. Oh!
First mistake of the day by Jamie Ward.
Taken in by full-back for Liverpool today, Dom Coe. That's his first penalty for not rolling away at the ruck.
Warden should have taken that.
That Coe is also the kicker for Liverpool today. How are you guys expecting this way to go, this match?
Yeah, it's a tougher fixture than Man met, but we were expecting to win. It was still a pre-season game really, building towards the Bucks season. But yeah, we knew it'd be tough. They'd be physical because of the occasion. So we were quietly confident.
First line out of the game. And throw in is pilfered and then stolen back again by number 8 from University of Liverpool. Early attacking opportunity from inside the 22.
Ed Matthews with his first D1 smash of the day.
McMahon accessing his options. And goes Cartwright. And Sean Ridgway. Defence is holding up well from University of Manchester. And out with Kingsley-Smith. Trying to work it through the backs, but no way through for Lloyd Delahunty. And it's the first knock-on of the game, so we've got a nice scrum. Manchester ball just outside their 22.
The scrums will be interesting.
It's a big pack of forwards from the University of Liverpool. How far in advance of the term do you guys start pre-season then?
Pre-season starts on the 1st of September, so building up to this we've had 3 weeks.
Two weeks of pre-season, 2 games.
2 games.
That's our final pre-season game for our first Bucks fixture next Wednesday against Durham. It's going to be tough.
put in by Serridge, but it's a short arm penalty to Liverpool. Taken quickly. Ooh. Well shackled there by the University of Manchester. First big tackle there from Danny Kennedy. Played exceptionally well in this fixture last year.
Yeah, absolute stormer. His team talks are a bit of a folklore legend. A lot of players get hit during them.
Box kick away from Surridge. Buys a handsome amount of ground, but the referee's blown. He's not happy about something. Fortunately, we don't have the referee mic'd up for this match. We have to work on body language. Number 10. We're just asking to keep the peace, but it's a penalty to the University of Manchester, so they'll be able to use that to get some much needed territory at this early stage in the game. And joins us here in the commentary box, soaring clean over us. So that'll be about 30 metres out from their own goal line. University of Manchester potentially to get territory. We'll get some faces together at this stage. Perry Wilson with the throw. Interesting line-out call there. Taken, but not straight. First mistake of the day. Is Ben Long doing set pieces in training, or is it more of a...
Yeah, we try.
Line-outs can be...
A bit hit and miss.
Yeah.
Scrum was a bit of a wheelie affair, the first one. Let's see what happens now.
Hopefully this time it'll be a bit stronger.
Front row from Liverpool looks
Pretty meaty.
large. Mark Maman with the feed. Nice shove from the University of Manchester, but Liverpool have turned the scrum. They're pushing through. That's an advantage for the referee. They'll have the penalty if they want it. They're going to have a go through the backs first. Oh!
Big hit by Josh Barton there.
Clobbered there. Completely shut down the attack. So Liverpool will take their penalty. One would presume 3 points.
Yeah. Pretty easy. Huge hit from Josh Barton there.
Trademark.
We have 4,000 in attendance today, so the pressure is going to be felt by the kickers, we would think. Very poor travelling support from Liverpool, unfortunately, for this match, so maybe expecting some jeers and catcalls for their kicker too. And we've got Dom Coe lining up the shot. About 15 metres in from the right touchline and 25-ish metres back. This to give University of Liverpool the lead with 6 minutes gone. Fair strike and off to the left.
Hooked it. Pretty close.
University of Manchester given the opportunity to kick downfield and hopefully get some possession that they can force their way into the opponent 22 with. Picked up there with the number 12. Too far for our cameras. Taken in by Matthew Shepherd. What defence is University of Manchester favoured? Do you go blitz defence, do you go umbrella, or is it just solid walls?
It depends how you're numbering up.
Mm.
And the call comes from the outside. So the furthest
Here we
man.
have our first scuffle of the day. Wonderful.
The referee's given it for diving off the feet. Is it the number 7 guilty there?
That's great. It's trademark Jacqueline. Doesn't look like the ref's keen on that today.
Trademark penalties.
Once again, University of Liverpool given the opportunity to build an attacking platform from inside University of Manchester's 22.
a lot of sustained pressure from them so far.
Sean Ridgway to get us underway then. Thrown to near the middle, Kennedy competes well. It looks like it's ultimately...
Manchester.
No, Kennedy nicked it. Fantastic. Serridge back to Shaw. And that's a handsome touch finder somewhere near the halfway line. Who comes up with the line-out calls then? Sounds like 5 random numbers to me.
Yeah, so I call them from the back, and then we just decide as we come in what we'll have.
Used to be either mammals or reptiles when I was at school.
Yeah, they're not much more complicated.
Go back.
And Pilford at the line-out again. Here we go.
That's right.
First real attacking opportunity for University of Manchester as Kennedy goes thundering into the heart of the Liverpool defence. Kicked out there though. Improvised play. Shaw flings it. Ooh.
Cardi.
Paddy Shaw was last year.
Paddy
Shaw was last year, yeah.
I'm sure we'll love that he's
Done
getting a
this
mention
too.
this year.
Two. Taken back by University of Liverpool. Off we go, Ryan Miller.
Jamie Moore with a clearance kick. Missed touch.
Classic.
Fairly good dive there from Liverpool though. McMahon says, nope, we'll stick it up our jumper for the time being. Plough it through the forwards. Got some big forwards, as we've said repeatedly. Could get some ground here. It's the spectacularly popular pod rugby for the time being.
Not a great spectacle.
Ooh! Number 8 assisted backwards there. University of Manchester pinged for not rolling away at the tackle. Oh, first injury.
Is that just one?
Be too far out for points, we think. We go for the corner. But then their line-out's not been functioning very well in the opening 10 minutes.
In these situations, I think you go for points, just level the heads.
Yeah. Josh Barton's still down there. Doesn't look particularly good.
So the referee's called for a pause while we assess that. A horrible opening 10 minutes. So we got first.
Our coach there, Rick Spencer, ex-Sale Sharks player.
Everybody just taking stock after a fairly physical first 10 minutes. And we assess the injury. There we go. So did you prepare differently this year, knowing that you had somebody completely different to play against?
We had a different pre-season game, so we played Newcastle, which was the same as last year. We were in the league above us, so in Prem A. We played well against them. We played down at Broughton Park, drawing with them at 12-12 after 60 minutes. They just ran away with it towards the end. And then we played Sheffield, who were in Liverpool's league, and beat them 40-0. So yeah, that was a slight separate preparation. We've also got a new coach this year. So last year, Theo Bernard was our coach. This year we had Rick. So the preparation was obviously different, given the different coaches we had.
A lot less pointless running.
Yeah.
It looks like Joe Akinlowton is on for that injury.
Yeah, they've moved Ryan Miller into the centres and Joe's on the wing now.
Liverpool, given the chance, just
That's a knock on there.
capitalise. First time they've won a line out. of their own. They're playing a scrum advantage, so it looks like it's another case of pick and go. They're not getting anywhere fast, and there's the penalty to University of Manchester.
Ed Matthews, I think.
Side entry. I'm just getting the excitement of being so close. And these mistakes creep in. Nice clearance there from Josh Barton.
That's James Carley.
Barton's
just gone off injured.
Yeah. Suspected broken ankle.
Yeah.
Oh, here we are again. Seems to be taking place mainly between the halfway and the University of Manchester 22. Both sides on the attack, then giving away the penalty.
We do like to make it hard for ourselves.
That's a knock on at the line out from the University of Liverpool. So Manchester were given a chance to chance their arm a bit here. And that is given for the double knock on. Scrum down, University of Manchester ball. University of Liverpool have gotten the better of University of Manchester in the opening handful of scrums. Give us any insight into what's going on in there?
Miles not had enough pre-workout, I think.
Yeah, it's don't really like to concern myself with what's going on in the front row.
More squats, potentially.
Seems to be an issue with wheeling. Potentially one prop being a few pork pies heavier than the other.
Yeah, they definitely have the weight advantage, I'd say.
Tom Serge and picked up and away by the flanker. So Serge sparks the back move. Oh, nice little breakaway.
Maybe for more zones.
Owen Walden with Akinlodon on the side. Oh,
absolutely eating there.
It is classic small player, big player, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
When it comes to Jamie Ward.
first venture into the University of Liverpool 22. Can they make it count? Same tactic through the forwards.
Yep.
No. Penalty, not releasing at the tackle. So, 3 points we think. That's certainly what the captain's indicating. And yep, chance to open the account and 15 minutes gone.
And Morgan stepping up.
Very, very impressive kicking percentage.
You say that now, you've probably just jinxed him.
Commentator's
Context
curse.
Yeah.
And chanting starts from the support. Owen Walden then. And a chance to take his side ahead.
Well, the trademark Johnny Wilkinson.
Everyone does it.
Yeah, they do these days.
Fallen off the tee. He hadn't started his run up, so he's allowed to reposition it and retake the kick. Don't want distractions like that. I remember last year it was so windy, Kennedy had to come along and lie on the ground, hold the ball steady. Decent strike. Oh,
Just wide.
inches off to the right.
Touchdown and Liverpool would like to take it quick. No.
We thought about it. We'll just slow it down. We've just got a short pause. First streaker of the afternoon.
What was the count in the end?
Something like
11.
11. Thank you.
I do love it, don't you, at the University of Manchester?
Domko gets us back underway. Snapped up by Kennedy on the halfway.
Oh,
He's going through tackles again this year.
Quick ball.
What can they do with it?
Wilson's he takes it back inside. Unusual for him. Down the storm.
Carry on.
Over his opposite man.
And Serge. or sparking an attack.
James can't do anything. Nothing got a run there.
Throwing about his weight.
Yeah. Some would say he should be a prop.
Pressure continues from the University of Manchester.
Wonderful offload there, working down the blind side in towards the run.
University of Liverpool just managed to pull them out, 5 metres out. Good defence from the forwards. They'll get the chance to clear their lines at this line out. It's funny that once the University of Manchester actually managed to get a hold of some ball to go on a continuous attack with this, actually seemed dangerous. And cut out the errors, they'll get the better of Liverpool today, I think.
Oh, wonderful steal at the line out there.
Once again, University of Liverpool pilfered. Oh, it's squirting out the side, so Kennedy takes up the pressure. About 15 metres out now. There we go again.
Oh, I should have given it there.
Down the blind side, looking for the opening, going Simmons.
Oh,
dropped at the last.
Jeez.
Come on, Jerry, better than that.
The University of Liverpool get to use their so far quite impressive scrum, try and buy some metres for themselves. They're very much missing the first 10 minutes when it went all their way.
Hopefully that pre-workout's kicked in now. Maybe we'll go forward in this one.
Short pause for injury.
I think you just need to rest. Oh, there's Jamie Ward again. Early popping into view.
Seems to be a serious injury going on at the sideline over there.
Yeah,
There's
Josh
some
Bart in there.
We can get a camera on that over there. Well, the University of Liverpool players just getting taped up.
Oh, the bee in the shop.
And this mascot, University of Manchester, is the Wasp. Today we're making do with a friendly guy in a bee costume. He's doing his best to cheer up the support.
Bees are in the hive.
You guys know the bee then?
Oh yeah, he's our housemate actually.
Anything to be involved?
Yeah, Liam Day.
Do this larger than life at home?
No, not really. He's quite a chill, quiet guy. We kind of stuck him up with it. He volunteered one night drunkenly, and we didn't say no.
You kept him to it.
Oh,
A lot of beers, a lot of free beers were offered, I think.
Yeah, I think he did spend a large proportion of the time walking up and down the sidelines. Minesweeping, some would say.
Controlled well at the back of the scrum by Will Meads, and now they're trying to get some territory through the forwards. Going absolutely nowhere so far.
Should be looking to clear their lines here, really. Oh, he fires it back.
Flicks it back to Kingsley Smith.
Relatively poor kick, considering. There's Josh Barton there, wishing him well.
University of Manchester won't mind that one little bit. Their line-out's been functioning very solidly in this opening quarter. Do you reckon catch and drive from here, or backs move?
I reckon catch and dry.
Yeah, most probably.
Ooh,
Taking one at the
nice
back.
rat. Bit of a fumbling from the hands there, but off it goes. 5 metres from the try line.
And again. Well done,
University of Manchester so close, and try!
Dan Staunton.
Strong carries all round.
It's
It's been a forwards-dominated kind of night. There's a light amount of drizzle just before the game. But there is the first rewards from it as Staunton crashes over the opening score. It's now 5-0 to the University of Manchester here at Sale Rugby Football Ground. And at the cost of a University of Liverpool player there.
Good work there from the Sharks, the back row. Ed Matthews carried well just then. Maybe he should start wearing a scrum cap. So good luck that one.
Quick regroup there. So Walden then with the chance to extend the lead with the conversion to come. He adopts the familiar routine and gets the result.
7-0.
Conversion from Walden. University of Manchester now full score ahead. 25 minutes gone. What can the University of Liverpool reply with now? Domko gets us back underway, goes short to the wing.
Taken by Swart.
Powerful carry back in there. Again, neither team looking to move it too far away from the ruck. Continue the pressure through the forward route. Not releasing University of Liverpool. Error counts piling up for them now. It's James Carding gets a chance to push Manchester back into Liverpool territory. And that's not a bad touch find. One of the sponsors for the University of Manchester team. It's Sharky.
Young fresher there in the shark suit. Josh Rimmer.
Wilson slightly overthrows. There's some juggling going on, but it's claimed there by University of Liverpool. But the referee's blown them for having knocked it on in the first place, so we'll get another scrum. Which I think Liverpool will prefer to the line out, given the way things have gone so far.
I have to agree with you there. Well, a switch in the row. See if that strengthens up us a little bit.
So how did they indicate to the backs what their planned move is, or is it just improvised on the go?
We tend to have just the
Call will come from 10.
The call will come from 10, whether we keep it in or Danny Kennedy takes a free kick quick.
Oh, he's trying to find the wide spaces. He's missed everybody. Reclaimed there by Walden. Nice little feet. Can't quite escape the number 8.
Oh, he's off his feet there, referee. Malachi Jones with a catch and pass. Incredible stuff.
Going for the highlight reel.
Yeah. 26 minutes. I'll let him know about that one.
He's not going too far. Kennedy, the usual. Ooh, crasher, but Staunton's given a bit of a taste of that there. And penalty diving off the feet from the referee. Another 3 points?
I'd say so.
I think so, yeah. Oh no,
no.
Started going for the corner.
Carding said, no, we're going to take this game. The handy chip was about 15 metres out from the try line there.
Catch and drive most probably, yeah, I'd say.
Wilson Throw into the back again, slightly too long, but he's lucky because it's been picked up there in the backs. Here we go, looking for the width on the ball. Oh, nice little switch. He's fooled everybody. Oh.
And it's gone to ground again. Joe,
Twice now.
You've got to be happy with himself for that one.
Twice now. Joe, if only he had sticky hands, he would have caught the balls and scored. Oh. Chances missed for University of Manchester. Whereas University of Liverpool have not really been back down the other end since the first 10 minutes. All the pressure and all the play coming from the men in purple. How difficult has it been for freshers to get into the team, given that the rest of you start in pre-season?
It depends. If, I mean, they get the we have our trials the weekend at the end of Freshers Week, and once they're in their club, they've got as much chance as anyone.
So we do actually have, we've got one fresher who's on the bench at Madden for this game.
Yeah.
It's helping us with the front row.
And then Beak as well. He didn't play for us last year. He's a second year physicist, but he didn't play for us last year. But he came to pre-season, and he worked his way onto the bench. Like, if we know of anyone particularly good, then they are very much able to come down to the last sort of week or so of pre-season by invitation, and then they have as much chance as anyone to get in the team, really.
The University of Liverpool was given the penalty at the scrum when it splintered, given their line out, and it's gone wrong again as Jones snaffles it at the back.
Good old Jonesy.
Oh, the referee's had enough of this coming in at the side. It's the yellow card. One too many infringements from the University of Liverpool forwards. One would think we get another chance at 3 points. Yep. Going to take 10-0 into half an hour gone. Owen Walden this time with all of the support from the University of Manchester sat right behind him. No respectful hush from this crowd.
Well, most of the fans, they don't really understand rugby. Yeah.
It's clean, it's over. 10-0 lead the University of Manchester.
Just here for the social.
Well struck penalty, and University of Manchester find themselves with a comfortable 10-0 lead half an hour into this match. If you're in the University of Liverpool camp right now, you've been under constant pressure for the last 20 minutes. What are you saying to each other? How will they get back in this game if it were you?
Put it in the corner and go some phases. I mean, they've not been.
Haven't really had the ball.
They've not really had the ball, yeah. So it's difficult, but in reality, what they should be doing, they're pinning Manchester back in the corner and waiting for a mistake and building the phases pretty much.
Substitution on for the University of Liverpool. Will Wadwa at 17 has just come on. He's definitely one of their larger looking forwards on the team. Add some more ballast to the scrum that's already been going pretty much their way. So the clearance from Sturridge is collected by the fullback, and they'll look to build some of those phases. Nope! Chipped away again, looking for territory down the wing. And just rolls into touch just inside the University of Manchester 22. Looks like they heard you. Do you have multiple exit strategies from the 22? Or is it just get the ball to somebody with a big boot and send it?
We have a few options.
Yeah, you play what's in front of you really. So yeah. if it's on out wide, then it will come through 10. Well, you generally catch and drive from this position then. Set up a base.
That's just what they're doing.
Take it to the edge of the 22.
Dragged down by Liverpool there.
Probably fling it out wide and, yep, Go for the wiper option, switch the play completely.
And that is wonderful.
Great kick there from Aaron Morgan.
From literally just under his own sticks, he gets to halfway. Ooh, a little bit of a after there. Referee giving them a penalty for that. It's a shame after all that, after such a brilliant piece of skill there. About to throw it away. Perhaps Manchester fancy their chances of stealing the line out again. So about 25 metres from their line. Let's see the first involvement of Wadwa.
He's a big boy.
And there he is.
Oh.
Shackled well though.
Tanstone and knocks him backwards.
Oh, Spratt and Code escorting him backwards towards his own try line. Oh,
great work there.
And again,
Fraser Kelly.
Back indeed.
Forwards infringing from the University of Manchester. How long before we get another one in the bin? Carding then. Give them a platform from inside the Liverpool half, hopefully. Try and set up another score before half time. No, not a foul touch. Nah, quick line out. Decent attempt to volleyball it back in there. Didn't quite pull it off. Good throw from Wilson, more accurate this time. And feeding it through the backs. There's options everywhere. One they choose is Ward. Oh. Penalty goes Liverpool's way though. Manchester diving off their feet to try and secure the possession. Errors costing both sides this game. It's been very stop-start. There's been a lot of penalties, a lot of set pieces. Struggled to find any kind of flow on the wet surface this afternoon. Sean Ridgway then gets back underway. Tapped forward though by University of Manchester. Referee's not given that for a knock-on advantage though. There's McMahon looking for someone to give University of Liverpool a spark. A score before half-time just to change the tide of the momentum. Give them something to enter the second half with. Trying to provide it himself, but the University of Manchester wall is not letting anybody through right now. Trying through the backs, Kennedy was looking for that.
James Carding standing at guard again.
Gone for a cheeky chip. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Akinlowton flicks it back inside. Box kick. It's going to land just inside the half. Ooh! Fantastic chase there. And follow-up tackle. Toed ahead. Oh, referee's called it. Just when some excitement comes along. Another knock-on.
Either team really being able to build phases at all.
Do you do a lot of handling skills or kicking drills in training?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the core skills you work on a lot.
You can never do enough.
Who are the go-to men on the team then?
In terms of what?
If you want to generate a spark, if you want an amazing bit of play, who's the Danny Cipriani in your team?
Give the ball to Will Simmons and
You're a talisman.
yeah, he finds a gap where there is no gap.
You've seen his lovely outside break
Yeah.
1 or 2 times already so far.
He does love to find a half gap and go through it, go around it.
I've had a number of breaks from University of Manchester. If they happen on the left, then the Liverpool defence has managed to collar them into touch. If it happens on the right, then it's been knocked on by Akinlowton, unfortunately. Plenty of attacking opportunities for Manchester there. Oh, the referee's not very happy with this scrum.
He's fed up with seeing one team go backwards.
Wickham feeds. One thinks they'll probably wait and see if they can try and milk a penalty. And they get it.
That's it.
Good for
Yeah,
Manchester there.
wheeling around, so feeds changed to University of Manchester. Maybe that's been their ploy all along. So he does make for an uneven front row with the addition of Wadwell. Reminds me of Andrew Sheridan packing down.
He's probably bigger than Sheridan, to be fair. Probably using bench presses mostly.
Yeah, see if he bench presses 300 kilos. Oh, here we go. Possibly last attacking opportunity of the half for University of Manchester. The backs are linking well. And then through. Just the pass. Surely try. Oh! Save the day, Domko there. He had no right to stop that try. That was in for all money.
Cracking break from Cardi.
Coming in, yep, who is it?
We look for the gaps to open up in the second half as bodies tire. Maybe more of these will get put away. We got Nick Gray coming on into the line-out.
Early replacements there from Liverpool.
Oh, intercepting again from University of Manchester, just knocked on though. So we get another scrum. Referee will be delighted. Got a shot of Nick Kennedy there, this year and last. So totemic for the University of Manchester. Makes the carries, breaks the tackles.
His board head makes him stand out as well, so can't miss him.
Well, you said it, not me. Keeping a wary eye out for the charge, but I don't think they're going to bother. Quickly through the hands, they're going to try and run their way out of trouble. Brave decision. Not getting outside the 22 though. McMahon's pleading for the penalty to escape. Referee's blowing them up for something though. Just the nature of this stop-start game on this wet and windy evening at Sale RFC. Hopefully see some more action, some more tries in the second half.
Indeed.
For the time being, another University of Liverpool scrum, which they won't mind at all. Looking to push their way out again. Referee's warning them. And the penalty's given again. Wad was doing his job, fresh on, smashing his way through the University of Manchester scrum. Must be frustrating as a back, watching the forwards unable to secure the ball, but that's a nasty, nasty slice there from Coe.
Yeah, we've definitely had a lot of chat from the backs after this game on the reverse nature of our scrum.
We've got any reserves we can bring on to shore up this scrum?
No, not really.
Ryan Getley played last year at Varsity, very good scrimmager. Same with Adam. Adam's a great fresh prospect at prop.
Definitely. Does need to cut his hair though.
And that's a rare line out secured on their own ball from the University of Liverpool, and again forwards driving and side entry from University of Manchester will give Coe a bit of relief. He'll get another chance to try and clear his lines. That's more like it. Oh, well into overtime now. I think it's be University of Liverpool's potentially last attacking opportunity. They didn't get any points on the board before half time, even just a penalty. See if they've got any tricks up their sleeve. Pilfered again. University of Manchester and a real job on the line out. Wasn't expecting that.
He's done well there.
Ooh. Poor Spratt wasn't expecting that. That is half time here at Sale RFC ground, and University of Manchester are leading 10-0 against the University of Liverpool. It's been a game of errors, it's been a game of silly penalties, not much beyond the fours given the slippery surface, but all of the commanding aspects of the game, all of the attack, all of the flair has come from the back line of the University of Manchester. What do you imagine is going to be said at the half-time team talk then?
I'm sure there'll be some chat about these scrums.
Knowing Kennedy, there'll be a lot of swearing,
Yeah.
a lot of punching, a lot of anger.
A few people might get slapped in the face. But I think they'll be happy. 10-0. It's base.
I think
we in the second half.
We felt a lot more comfortable than the scoreline would suggest, I'd say.
Been signs of brilliance, but just not that final pass, just not going to hand. So,
Liverpool seem to be relying on their meaty pack of forwards.
yeah.
Manchester have the advantage in the backs.
100%.
They've not really come close, apart from the opening 10 minutes, to threatening the Manchester
No.
try line at all.
No, the Manchester defence has been very good. They didn't really have us out wide.
Oh, someone's fighting the bee. And he's taken down. Wonderful. Didn't see that on the day.
Morehouse might get into a bit of a scrap there.
Half-time show.
So as a defensive setup, do you encourage people to make one-on-one tackles? Does one go for the leg and one for the ball?
No, we tend to just defend the channel and make the tackle one-on-one, and 9 times out of 10 you've got someone coming from the inside anyway, who'll come and like double up on the tackle. There's no set. We have no set tackling plan particularly. Just smash it.
Do you try to keep like numbers in the wall, compete less than breakdown?
We tend to. Our go-to defence is like a wedge, so it's a spot, and then with the ball, so you follow the ball. So whereas in like a blitz defence, we'd all be just in their faces straight up. Instead, we like sort of just let off them a little bit and let them run at us. It sort of makes for an easier tackle, and you're more likely to win the tackle area as well.
Yeah. It's been a characteristic of our defence in the past few years because we aren't the biggest team in the league, so you usually have to get up in people's faces and make them make the mistakes. So we tend to blitz a lot,
Yeah, but you do quite well.
force people to make mistakes.
Mentioned new coach this year. What's he brought?
Well, he's taught us how to kick. A lot of us like questionable kicking techers at the beginning of pre-season. Spent a lot of time at the back, so because he was a kicking coach at Sale before he came to us. A lot of emphasis on handling and basic skills.
So you spend a lot of time with Walden then?
Him and Wardy, they are kickers. So they've done this, spent a lot of time practicing. But we also have another coach, Pete Wickham, who he played varsity last year as a scrum half on the bench, and he sort of brought a fair bit with him as well.
University of Manchester heading back out. Looking purposeful, confident, having enjoyed a really successful first half. University of Liverpool obviously a lot more to talk about.
For any of you that would like to see some rugby this weekend, here at Hayward Road, Sale RFC will take on Morley in the national first.
Who's barking the orders in that huddle there?
Probably Kennedy.
Kennedy, Cardi, vice captain. Usually has a few good things to say.
Same again, you think they'll be saying?
Again, just a bit more possession.
Probably a bit more keep ball. Cut the errors down a little bit, I think.
Liverpool really taking their time.
Making his way. Obviously a lot being said in their changing room.
I think the split of fans was 3,300 Manchester fans to 30 Liverpool fans.
So yeah.
About all the Liverpool fans underneath our cameras at this point.
Yeah, there's just a couple of their rugby boys, I think. I think maybe next year they'll bring a few more.
Seemed to borrow most of their chants from Manchester Metropolitan from last year.
It's a shame not playing the Met. It's lovely to give the Poly some abuse.
What other games are you looking forward to this season?
Durham 2's at home. It's a big game.
A few big games. Birmingham away is always a good game.
Yeah. 3 weeks away. Yeah. Notts Trent in 2 weeks' time. Hopefully we'll get a few people down to watch that game as well. It should be quite good.
Joe Barton. Eager to start. Still waiting on our blue and white shirt counterparts. Some nice close-ups there. Do you have like your warm-ups and your diet or your particular training programs assigned to different players, or is it just sort of do what you want?
Well, offer them advice if they want it, but most of the boys are kind of pretty gym savvy. I think the university lifestyle is one where you can't be particularly focused on diet. I think everyone loves a good Allen's chicken after a night out, so.
Oh, he's happy. We've finally got our University of Liverpool team out, so we should be ready to get on with the second half.
James Carney, 3 starters.
We've got a mountain to climb back, 10-0 University of Manchester lead. That's fun. Carney gets it on the way, cheapy little...
Wonderful.
Stolen there by Wilson after it rubbers up into an unsuspecting Liverpool's face. Cheeky little chip behind looking for the territory.
It's a very good kick.
Oh, that rolls out, that's lovely there.
Taking it straight back to Liverpool here.
Early pressure straight away.
Exactly the start Manchester needed, really.
They had fantastic success in the line out in the first half. They can steal this, they'll be in a really good attacking position. Oh, jumping early, they're in trouble now, and they have pilfered it. It's only 5 metres out, prime attacking opportunity. This is a perfect start for University of Manchester. Can they make it count? Up the jumper ball there. Oh, driving within. Inches short now. Both sides crying for penalties, but referee has decided tackle's not released. So University of Manchester, what do you reckon from here? Kick to the corner or we take the 3 points?
Kick the corner, I think.
Always do, has. Statement of intent here from University of Manchester.
Take the catch and drive here, I think.
And get an early try here, it'll be a huge dent psychologically for University of Liverpool. Caught wonderfully there, they're going to set up the driving maul. University of Liverpool pretty determined to drag that one down though.
Looks like they've turned it over here.
Oh, just about got away there by Knightley. Joe wanted to take it quickly, but settle for the steady approach, I think. It's a real shame that they had a fantastic chance to assert their authority right at the start of the second half. As it is, they'll get the same chance about 23 metres back. Going towards the middle. Feigned them all, but then it's popped out. We're going for a backs move. Whoa!
Strong from Ryan Miller there.
Dummy wasn't bought. If it had, he'd be clean through. Working the blind side then. Some lovely hands there, but just didn't fall off again. Oh, having real trouble with hands down the wing. University of Manchester in attack.
Jamie Ward that time.
Pan hands Wardy.
Right.
Liverpool get the chance to use their so far fairly dominant scrum. We're hoping to eke a penalty out of this and bite their way back down the fairway. Let's see if the half-time team talk did anything for Manchester's scrum. Oh, in it goes.
Oh, stolen.
Nicely done there.
In there from Perry Wilson.
Kennedy goes barrelling forward. Ball's loose, quick pick up. And the onslaught continues. It's Jones.
Munch.
Munch goes backwards. I mean,
Oh, picked a sweet line there, did he?
Jamie Ward doing well there. And quick hands around there.
Oh, that was almost fantastic there. Referee's not happy though.
Offside, I think. Wilson was there with an unusual drop ball.
Patience running out with University of Liverpool. Gave away almost twice as many penalties in the first half as University of Manchester. And they paid for it with their sin binning.
Taking the 3 points here.
I think so, yep. Wallin's going for the shot at goal. Not the try they were hoping for, but 3 points will be a nice nerve settler.
Oh, a young baby
Start
on the
the second
pitch.
half. Bit of Dan Carter in the setup there. Long range kick here and through she goes. Wonderful kick from Walden. 13-0 University of Manchester lead, 5 minutes into the second half. Liverpool need to find some response fairly quickly or this game's going to move out of sight for them. Still scoreless after 45 minutes. And the referee's not happy with that kick-off though. Players in front potentially. Substitution meant that. We now seem to have number 5 taking the kickoffs. John Eales style. That's Tom Morrissey. He's going for the restart. Good high hanging kick actually. And reclaim there. McMahon seems to have given away to Tom Milner. Tall for a half-back. Oh, another mess with the binding. New scrum was supposed to sort all this out, I thought.
Taking away the hit. That's all we had.
I used to quite enjoy, perhaps because I'm English, watching scrum, getting the hit on and then just powering through.
Yeah.
Lost a bit of that. It looks more like a arm wrestle now.
Oh, definitely. It's very English scrum.
Need a Brian Moore interpretation.
Just getting angry at the ref. Brian Moore's watching this game right now. Would not be chuffed.
And Liverpool again, all over Manchester at the scrum. No reason that they're not. Oh, give him 10. Somebody's made an unsavoury comment from Manchester, I think, there. And Liverpool wasting no time. They're going to go for the line out. Try and muscle their way over the try line. And that's not a bad touch, final. Only 15 metres out from the University of Manchester try line. Now, what money are you going to put on Manchester stealing it and clearing? Oh, very much not straight, but Manchester won't complain. It's landed in their hands. And that was almost a successful exit from the 22, but again,
Scored up over.
slippery ball in the dew of the grass. So scrum right in front of the post. Referee might be looking at something a bit more severe if Manchester continue to buckle from this position on the field. What's the chance of Manchester packing? Oh. Any of you out there new to rugby, it does get better than this. On a cold October evening, it's become a very English battle of the set pieces. It's been the Liverpool scrum versus the Manchester line-out. But they're doing alright holding up this scrum. Not going anywhere. Mead's trying to control it. Looks like, ooh, just about managing to keep it together. Referee telling them to use it, so off they go. Too many defenders out on the blind side there for Liverpool. Scrum off going for a Mike Phillips type approach to the On they go. Jumper football might be the order here. Only a metre short. Ooh. Inches now as Manchester desperately defending their line, but that's a pretty good hit back. The door is shut. The referee's decided not legally offside there at the ruck. And I wouldn't think they'd look much beyond a scrum here, Liverpool. Try and push their way over from 5 metres out. A little bit of interest there. Wadwa needs to back off and cool off there, I think. Still looking for their first try. There's 15 minutes left. They could do it. Gonna take something rather extraordinary though. With no signs of letting up. How do you defend differently when it's like on the try line, where you've got several guards linking arms trying to stop the forward drive?
So you'll get down, you'll just try and hit their knees or lower. Just tackle around the ankles really. Yeah, chop them early. You won't worry about the offload as much. Just try and get as low as possible.
So why don't you sort of defend like they're on your try line for general play?
Because they're less, like in general play, they're more likely to try and offload it, so you'll go a bit higher, try and wrap up the ball as well. Closer to the line, they won't bother with an offload,
Yeah,
it's too risky.
Picking and going really close
So
to the
you
line.
just try and chop them.
It's just a case of bringing them down before they get any momentum. That's another penalty. The ref should probably be looking in his pocket.
Well, no, they're happy with this. Is that over? No!
Forward pass.
Lloyd Delahunty had that there for the taking, but for the how manyth time this afternoon, with the try line begging. Oh, I have gone for the yellow card. I've finally had enough of the scrum infringement, so Manchester are going to be spending 2/3 of the rest of this match down a man. I think it's a flanker going to be sacrificed to get another prop on. Kennedy trying to come up with a strategy for the forwards. Who's in charge of tactical calls then?
Coach Rick.
He's waiting for the addition of a prop so we can get on with the scrum. Back on is Kelly. Manchester will be hoping to last this one out. It's really promising for Liverpool. They're up against 7-man scrum. It looks like Manchester have sacrificed a back to the back there. Only 5 metres out. Jack Smith. Scrum just about manages to get away. Setting up the right midfield. And going for the big boot. I've not done badly out of that. Liverpool will be quick on the counter-attack. That's the 22.
Just built it.
He's had a few good carries this afternoon as the blindside flanker for Liverpool, but so too University of Manchester getting some really big hits in on Liverpool, dislodging the ball, forcing the knock-on. But still, Liverpool have had the chances, they've had all the possession, they've had all the territory, they've been camped down here just short of the University of Manchester try line for like the last 10-15 minutes. And the purple wall is not yielding points. Here we go, looking for something exciting to try and spark off, but no, once again, offside from University of Manchester. Don't think there's much point taking the 3 here. Bit too far out for the scrum, so they'll probably be looking for the corner. Must be really psychologically boosting for the Manchester defence. You spent this long with them hammering at your line,
Yeah.
you still concede nothing.
Definitely. And defence is probably our best, well, probably the best part of our game, really.
5 metre scrum line out. Oh,
Yeah, still.
oh. Liverpool knock it on again. Errors everywhere. Really taking the flow out of this game, unfortunately. Still, moves Liverpool back to their preferred attacking weapon. And Manchester just look to try and get this out of the back and off the field as quickly as possible. As the shove comes through again, but Kennedy rescues the situation, he's off. And another knock on. Counts climbing in this game. Dangerous position now. Might ply their trade in the division below, but Liverpool have not handed this game to Manchester on a plate at all. Hugely physical. As they're proving now as they rumble forward towards the try line. Another penalty. And another scrum, one would imagine. Telling Manchester to keep it up. And here we go again. Nice shot off the backs there. Wondering when they'll finally get to see the ball. Here we go, and Meads has got this at the back of the scrum. Creeping forward. He's going for it. Inches short now. There's that low chopping defence we were talking about. As they're struggling to climb over the line. Ooh, almost through the hole. Looks to have been nicked there.
Great work by Ian Score there. Big smile on his face after that turnover.
And rightly so. That's the second time Liverpool have been hammering at the line with forward drives, and this is the second time University of Manchester have repelled them. You shall not pass. Seven-man scrum for the time being from Manchester. They won't mind that, they'll just want to get this far down the line as possible. Liverpool Got some other ideas. Pushing before the feed. You know, we need Brian Moore's scrum clock at this point.
I wonder what the count is for the second half.
Again, Liverpool are just... Ooh! Kennedy's off. And he's off the other side as well. Fantastic work rescuing the situation there, but rather shepherded into touch, and somebody has taken exception to it.
Punches being thrown there. James Carney.
Scrum frustration, clearly.
What do you do in that situation? Do you run in to help or stand back and
One
watch?
in all, and I think. So it's pretty much how it goes in rugby. It's not often you see two blokes just going after it. It's more of just a bit of argy-bargy, a bit of pushing and shoving. It doesn't really escalate to much more than that.
It was an interesting phase when I went to do my refereeing qualifications, and they said, what should you do if there's a mass brawl? The correct answer seemed to basically be sit on the ball and wait for them to stop, because there's nothing you can do about it.
30 big blokes going at it, it's not something we want to get in the middle.
The refs having a kind of conference with his two touch judges, trying to decide if they can figure out somebody to blame for it.
There's 6 of one and half a dozen of the other.
I'm just going to have a polite chat with the participants there. Perhaps just the frustration of a slow game riddled with errors boiling over there. Pulling time back on. And penalty still University of Manchester. So maybe finally get an opportunity to escape. Been pinned back in their own 22 for the last 20 minutes now. And that's not bad. Creeping the way up to halfway.
Not long left to play now. I think it's just a case of signing Liverpool out.
And Manchester will be hoping to still keep Liverpool tryless. Unless they can
Great take there.
spark a particularly interesting move now. Oh. Hampton chip in behind. Easy mark there. Too far. Going to give Manchester a welcome chance to get themselves back down into the other half. What's the ref score? Touched in flight? It was. Feed's going to go back to University of Manchester. And then he's changed his mind again. No. Reverse the reverse. Ollie Beak then, it looks like, going to be thrown in now.
Time man.
give up with these team sheets I've been given.
Definitely.
Still looking for any hole in the defence, is not getting anywhere. Ooh. Flying in there, Dan Kennedy. I think they might have turned this. And the whistle happy ref. If we sorted Kennedy's calf out. That was scrum for Manchester. He's a big tough man. I reckon he'll stay down long. Is he as physical in training as he is in games?
Oh yeah.
Lives for it.
So the last reserves coming on for both teams now.
Not long left.
Liverpool will be hoping for a consolation score. Manchester pressing to make the scoreline look all the more flattering. He's up. Hopping gingerly on that foot. Is it going off? Not a bit of it.
Just a cramp, I think.
Nope. The last ill player of this game, he's a Titanic, couple of carries, sent tacklers flying asunder left, right. He's done his bit for the day. And if my team sheet's correct, at the back now is Steve Byrne. Byrne holds it well, but it's off. Ooh, bit of a low one there for Simmons to take on, but he's done his best. Got a bit whomped though there.
Throwing an outrageous out of the back pass to nobody. Right. Come on, Simmer.
It's the reverse of those kickoffs that end up further back than when they started. Oh, back on Liverpool's favourite game.
I think it was about 10 minutes without a scrum. It's quite nice. Nice change.
Back to the 8-man arm wrestle. Halfway line there, Liverpool's ball. We'll probably try and milk the penalty and move downfield with it. They're certainly smashing through again. Oh, nudged out though, so they're going to have to use it. Not a lot of space open there though for the runners. Well shepherded in by Manchester defence. Can't catch it. Goes for the volley. Simmons with a nice little chip down the field though. And that's not bad for territory. He's checking their watch, not long left now. Manchester hope to add just a nice little gleam on that really quite dominating scoreline. Not really reflected the amount of possession, amount of flair, the attacking prowess they've had, but they'll take it, I'm sure. 17-point win. from debate over numbers in the line out. Can Manchester nick the line out again? Oh, give it a good go. Not quite though. Liverpool try and maul their way out of the 22. Oh!
Missed me.
Bad there. Took his eyes off it. Was eyeing up the touchline was Kingsley Smith. Lucky for Liverpool. Playing advantage.
To the Richard Tricky stand, please. Bounced to the Tricky stand.
Liverpool won't score from here through forwards. They're going to have to try chance their arm with the backs, and off they go. Oh, scragged. Should have passed that, Liverpool. Should have passed that. There was space. As it is, it's back up the jumper, and they're looking for an escape route. The referee's given them one. Oh, tap and go. There's numbers. Oh, again with numbers over on the wing. They needed to pass it.
Great tackle from Joe there.
Fast hands trying to look for an opening, but 3 men on him. Ooh, half a gap. Manchester going for the counter drive. Just about rescued. And somehow squirts its way out the side, so... illegal interference, unfortunately. Another error that will send Manchester back into their own half. Almost like a game of chess in the way that it's been strategic movement, territory, but not much going on otherwise.
That's the one I'll be watching again, I don't think.
As they've been doing all game, Manchester steals the Liverpool line out, and there's a bit of space here for Akid-Lowton if he can manage it. Womp. Been held up well there by Liverpool. You'll need to do something with this fairly quickly. No! Not sure if I agree with that. Not releasing, but it was a maul. Another way, Manchester won't be arguing. Potentially last shot at establishing some phases down in the Liverpool end. Somebody in the crowd shouting, "Come on!" Wholly agree with him. I have to ask the pair of you to pick a man of the match in a minute. But before that, off we go. Good crash ball through centre field. Again, they get some possession, they get some territory, turned over, quick tap and go. Will Turner and Wadworth trying to add some momentum, but okay, interesting choice there from Domko. Just hands Manchester back the possession that they needed.
Pretty sure we'll be closing on the last play soon, so oh, got a good run there from Staunton, I think. Oh, Ryan Gavin.
Still with Manchester, still with the jumper ball. Liverpool doing their absolute best to disrupt the breakdown, try and force a turnover. Not yet. About 16 men within about 5 yards of each other. Somehow Liverpool have got that though. And they say, we'll show you how to do jumper ball. And then proceed to, oh! Well, they needed a bit of magic. Gave it a go, wasn't quite there, and that is full time here at Sale RFC ground. University of Manchester have triumphed over the University of Liverpool by 20 points to 3. It wasn't pretty, it was heavily set piece based, lots of errors, lots of knock-ons, lots of halting momentum, but they've ground out the win in front of their home crowd. 4,000 people here to watch their team beat the University of Liverpool. Man of the match time, anybody got any ideas?
I think on the Manchester side, I think Will Simmons had a great game. He always does quite well for us. On the Liverpool side, I think it has to go to either one of the front row or their six had a great game.
Yeah, he did play well.
Strong carries, but their front row definitely dominated.
Yeah, I think about a bit back line as good as this scrum, and we've got a different story.
Full time then for 2014 Rugby Varsity. This has been a FuseTV production. We're proud to have the University of Manchester defeating University of Liverpool by 20 points to 3. Thank you very much to Ed and Ollie for joining me in commentary today. We'll hopefully see you again soon from the sports department. Bye now.